The man that police arrested on Friday night in connection with the killing of media personality Warrick, DJ Warras Stock, will appear in court tomorrow. The 25-year-old Mozambican national was arrested at an informal settlement in Primrose, east of Gauteng.
The operation was conducted by the Provincial Investigation Unit together with Crime Intelligence and Ekurhuleni Metro Police. The suspect will appear before a magistrate's court on Monday on charges of murder and contravention of the Immigration Act.
Provincial Investigation Unit that falls within the Serious and Violence Crime Investigations in the province, as well as Ekurhuleni Metro Police, were in Ekurhuleni at an informal settlement called Marathon in Primrose, where they arrested another suspect, a Mozambican national, who is illegal in the country, and the suspect has been detained.
The first suspect to be arrested on the matter, Victor Mtetowake Majola's bail, was denied earlier this week. He is due back in court on 11 February this year. Police have rejected allegations that a third suspect was shot dead.
The issue of somebody shot, it's something which we haven't get it, but I know the media, sometimes you do investigative journalism, and sometimes you might have that information, but it's not the information which I have.
The family of DJ Warras was too distraught to comment on the latest arrest.
We feel it. It's real. It's now becoming more real.
Police investigations are continuing. Mbalenhle Mthethwa, SABC News, Johannesburg.
So let's get reaction then and analysis on that. I'm joined by Security Strategist Andy Mashaile. Andy, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us once again. Let's pick up on that last bit of reporting there from Mbalenhle Mthethwa. Investigations are continuing, but we now have a second suspect that has now been arrested. Just your overall sense in terms of how the investigation is unfolding and the rate at which these arrests are coming.
The successes, which is the language that they use in policing, Thula Sizwe, when they arrest, the successes are impressive. The successes are teaching us about the value of intelligence-driven operations and policing. I am definitely sure Thula Sizwe, Minanawe are looking for the day the mastermind is going to be outed. Who sent them would be the mastermind. I am seeing these arrests and the performance of the police in front of the judges or the magistrate denying bail and quick preparation of the second suspect appearing tomorrow. This is what the people of the country walking down the streets where you and I were born, Thula Sizwe, wanting to see the police act quickly within a very short space of time, arresting suspects, presenting them before the prosecutorial authority and justice.
Which dimensions of our broader crime and lawlessness problem has this particular case raised? The shooting dead in broad daylight of a figure that is prominent like DJ Warras, but also what he was doing at the time having to do with illegal occupation of buildings in CBDs, but also the other dimensions as we come to learn of the identities of the suspects that have been arrested.
Tulas, these are the dynamics, the outcomes of the dynamics of organized crime. Very painful, very brutal, quick to employ hitmen in Kabi, and quick to dump those hitmen in the moments of fire, as in this instance. I am hoping and praying that the two runners, meaning the first and the second suspect, can be able to identify the level higher than them speaking to the issue of who approached them, who paid them, and ultimately that next level should then, that lieutenant should then lead us to the commander of the operation to destroy the life and limb of DJ Warras and continue this evil of organized crime and hijacked buildings.
So say a bit more about that. It's language that you're using is language that we've heard in the description of the anatomy of at times an assassination, a hit, political killing, that there are different players at different levels. Are you convinced that this killing of DJ Warras fits in within that anatomy?
It fits in squarely, my brother. Look at the 1,000 people in that building, all of them, for argument's sake, paying 5,000 per month. Multiply that by 12 months, multiply that by other 5 or 10 buildings that they have. You are looking at more than 100, if not 200 million, in 200 million rands in this instance. So, Tulas, if I were the operations head of this organized crime, I wouldn't want these 2 suspects to know me, to have a picture of me, to have my number, to know where I operate from. Because in the instance where they are compromised, they would then be, where they are arrested, they would then compromise my identity and my security from law enforcement, prosecutorial, and the justice. In the event that they are feeling the heat, they might turn into Section 204 witnesses, state witnesses, simply put, testifying against me as the head of the operation. So to keep away pain from personal, from limb, I would make sure that there are lieutenants below me who would handle that file for me, or who would handle that heat for me. When there's fire, I know that those lieutenants will not be ratting me out because they know what I can do. That's how the organized crime syndicates operate in the drug field: hijacking, human trafficking, cash in transit heists, bank robberies, ATM bombings.
Yeah. And Andy, just as a parting shot, what lessons can we draw from the other prominent hits that we have seen? The killings, for example, of Sindiso Magaka, and the frustrations around obtaining justice for that, as well as the frustrations playing themselves out in the Senzo Meyiwa trial, just how long it's taking to get to the end of that process. What lessons can be drawn from there by role players in this matter with DJ Warras at this very early stage of its appearances in court, such that, you know, it produces justice, that it's efficient and effective?
There should be effective intelligence gathering, starting with the bodyguard of DJ Warras, as we are told that the gentleman had decided to take leave. I don't know if he has been eliminated as a suspect. If you and I were to investigate this matter, I would have said, Tulas, suspect number 1, the bodyguard, and we would go on to the streets and get people, get informants, collect that information. In this instance, the lessons that we are picking from the arrest of DJ Warras compared to what is going on in the case of Senzo Meyiwa, with this group of people being arrested, released, another group of people being arrested, and many of the evil and hateful things that we are seeing happening in that courthouse. It is saying to us that we need once again to ensure that those who are investigating these cases, if not intelligence-led, must be twinned with those that we have identified in the name and form of witness A, B, and C, C and E, those who would be clean, for us to be able to gather intelligence that would lead to arrest. And not only arrest, I think you and I are not satisfied at arrest. We want prosecutions. We want people to be effectively prosecuted given the evidence gathered by the investigating officers, and ultimately incarceration or sentencing or conviction that would lead to incarceration, and incarceration that should stick to time and survive this parole animal that has created so many pains in the families of the victims of crime.
All right, let's leave it there for this afternoon. Thank you for your time. That's Mashaile, Security Strategist, weighing in on the second arrest that has been made in connection with the killing of Warrick DJ Warras Stock.